秋はよく蒸すことは知ります。
Wait, what?
秋はよく蒸すことは知ります。
Wait, what? Aki. I don't understand. Aki wa aki? To be empty, aki. Or aki? Autumn? And musu is steaming? To be steamy, humid? Musu koto wa shirimasu. To know? Wait. I I don't understand what this means. It doesn't sound like a proper sentence. Let's check the translation. Aki often runs with their son. Just this. Wait. How does this work? How does this work? 息子と okay, the son 走ります to run. Okay. Duolingo like completely obliterated this sentence just more thoroughly than Titans obliterated humanity. So the pitch accent is completely off. So it should say 秋はよく息子と走ります。So 秋は high low low よく high low 息子と low high 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 走ります low high 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 low. So that's the correct pitch pattern. People say, oh, even if you don't use the correct pitch patterns, native speakers will often understand what you mean from the context, and that's not false, but there's a limit. If you mess up like Duolingo here, it's not understandable anymore. And also, this is ha as part of 走ります. But Duolingo say は知ります, which completely changes the meaning, so it's not understandable anymore. So this is ha here, not wa. But here's a problem with not having any context, because when I hear the correctly pronounced version of this sentence, 秋はよく息子と走ります, it sounds like aki actually means autumn, fall, right? So it sounds like I often run with my son during autumn. But the sentence is a little unnatural, which makes it hard to understand. But if I see the translation, Aki is actually a person's name, which I didn't understand from this sentence. And I actually asked 4 other native speakers, and they thought Aki means autumn. And one of them said, Aki could sound like somebody's name, but it sounds like autumn. So both the sentence in itself and the pronunciation don't work at all here. And also, 秋はよく息子と走ります doesn't sound like something we would say in conversation. It's something we would read in written Japanese. The problem is Duolingo completely mixed them up, and most of the Duolingo sentences are supposed to be colloquial, something that you would say in a conversation. If you throw in just written Japanese out of no context, it sounds pretty weird because my default interpretation of Duolingo sentences is as spoken Japanese. And the way we speak Japanese and when we write Japanese can be pretty different. So Duolingo's Japanese sounds very inconsistent. It's just like throwing in random sentences, written, spoken, formal, informal, without any context. And if your Japanese is at a native level, you can see how weird this sounds. So let me give you a couple of conversational examples. 2 colleagues talking to each other. スポーツ何かしてますか? Do you play any sports? はい、よく息子と走ってます. Yeah, I often run with my son. And some other native speakers suggested that ジョギングする to jog would sound better. So he could also say, はい、よく息子とジョギングしてます. Yes, I often jog with my son. Another example between friends, and they're gonna talk about a third person. アキ先輩。アキ先輩ってなんかスポーツしてる? Does アキ先輩 play any sports? うん。よく息子と走ってるよ. Yeah, he often runs with his son. So if you want to acquire natural and practical Japanese, maybe you can join my email group because I have both free and paid lessons where you can learn Japanese with natural but easy examples, and we definitely have quality control by actual humans. so that we don't give you nonsensical sentences like this. So click on the link in the description or on the screen and subscribe to my email group, Japanese with Yuta.